Hi everyone, just waiting for my connection to Facebook. There we go. So, anybody that's here, my apologies. My name is Ernestine Day, and I am the Soulful Guitarist, and I channel energy from Source through my guitar without using any words. So I think I think we're ready to go. I had a little issue in my first video because I had not changed or checked, not that I changed, but to check to make sure that my audio settings on Restream was correct, and I didn't, and you guys couldn't hear everything, so I ended that, deleted both videos off YouTube and Facebook, and I'm back. So let's try, I call it, let's try this again. Ignore that, I was just mucking. Okay. Oops. Let's see where we go. Holy smokes. Wow. Wow. Forgive the squeaking here. Not quite sure how to deal with it, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, wow. That. Thank you guys for your beautiful energies. You all contributed to what unfolded. I know some of you guys know a little bit about my story in the last 2 years, and some of you don't. And right now I'm not ready to share the entire thing because it brings me to this moment that I just got to experience within myself, because I thanked the universe. I thank God, which is the universe. I thank all the archangels when I've called upon them, that they were there. And most of all, I thank my guitar. My guitar is my soulmate, and I don't know if I ever shared that with a lot of you guys here. When I released my first album in 2002, February 2002, and I've been saying it ever, like even prior to the releasing of my first album, that my guitar is my soulmate. For me, and I'm talking about myself, is that my guitar is the one place I can truly go and be with myself. I don't use words, as you experienced. If you're the first timer, if you repeat, you know what I'm talking about. I've always turned to my guitar as a vehicle. And, you know, when my personal journey started in 1996, as I opened up to my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions, that's how this started. It was me opening up to myself. And I reached out to a counselor. Her name is Verda. She's come to my mind so many times, as anybody else with yourselves. If you got that most amazing counselor or doctor or whoever, spiritual leader, whatever, and they come to your mind many times because they brought you, you know, for me, with Verda, she created a safe container for me to be in, where I was able to open up to these parts of myself, because I never had a safe container prior to that to open up to my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own emotions, because I did everything I was supposed to do based on my programming. And, you know, and it's like, well, I did everything I was supposed to do. Why don't they like me? Right? You know, and as I open up to my feelings and emotions, I start to realize, like, this isn't about me, this is about them. And because that incredible, I think Curta and I worked together for like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And it was the only place I was able to go to truly feel safe, to open up, to talk about many things. And as I open up this, my beautiful soulmate, my guitar, is my vehicle. I'm going to say the word was my vehicle through that transition. And then when the looper came into my life, which is just over 3 years ago, it's like, again, and it's taken what I already was doing and laying down a track and I'll play it back. And it activated me, but then I learned, I've been learning for the last, over 3 years how to pick, because I'm not a guitar picker. And if any of you guys have been around me for the last 3 years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not putting myself down. I'm just stating a fact that I've never been a guitar picker, because I always did more the rhythm, my own style, like, you know, I did that stuff, but I never picked like I do now. And these last 3 years, it's me learning to trust myself, not think about anything. Don't try to play the way it was played before, because I'm learning to trust myself. And the more I learn to trust myself and lean into that, more magic unfolds. And I'm going, wow. And I'm also recognizing within myself, I've always known my music when it was started back in '96, when I was, you know, channeling this incredible energy the way I did, and I knew it was special back then. I've always known it's special because of where it came from within me. And it's just a feeling that it's priceless. And the more I step in to this part of who I am and trust that, more magic unfolds, just like what you just experienced. If you think I know what I'm doing, I have no fucking idea. I'm clueless what I'm doing, because I don't need to know what I'm doing. I just need to trust and step in more, step in more. And I got Kirsty, Kathy, Crystal that are here right now, that are on Facebook land. And I don't know who else, because I only see who's here when they make a comment. But, you know, it's magical what I get to do and I get to be. And when spirit, it's funny, this came across my path, I think it was this morning, because I've been saying to you guys that spirit gave me the name Soulful Guitarist in late 2017. And something came across my path today, and I'm going, oh, so it's actually 2016. Okay, so I'm correcting the record. It was 2016 when Spirit gave me the name Soulful Guitarist. Yeah, it was 2016. Yeah. So I gotta, so you guys, I'm on here every Sunday at 5 p.m. I've made a commitment to you guys. As long as you guys show up, I'll show up. And it's been working out quite well. Then I'll do the odd time, then I'll pop in between. If you know, if I feel like it, you could say. Because I feel like I'm about to step into, I have to do some 3D stuff, and I think I'm able to do it now, I think. Okay, and I'm about to find out. Yes, Soulful Sundays. Somebody on YouTube said that comment. And when they said it, I went, yeah, Soulful Sundays. Thank you, Kirsty. And my guitar's going in to get some new tuning pegs. It's going to cost me $500 between the tuning pegs and installment. So I need to raise some money, but I'm also going to sell my electric bike. If I sell that, I don't need any money. It doesn't mean you guys, if you want to donate, that's great. I appreciate it, but it's, so yeah, I got an electric bike that I bought over a year ago, and it's something that I can let go of because I haven't used it. I think I used it 2 or 3 times. It scared me. It's not the electric bike that scares me. This one's pretty sturdy. I'm not as stable as I used to be. Okay, I'm just not as stable. And when I bought the bike, I wanted to say the word should, and I don't like using that word should, but I could have, because what I really wanted to get was a folding electric bike. And I ended up with this one. And instead of me, because it was my choice, I didn't say, no, I want a folding one. Because he gave me a good deal on the bike. And, yeah, so I'm going to sell her and invest the money into my tuning pegs, which are in. He's got them now. He had to order them from overseas someplace. Anyway, let's get back at this. when I take my guitar in for my new pigs, he needs to do, when I say this, because there's a pickup that's actually right in my bridge here. When I took my guitar in last year to have her refret it, every single new fret here is all brand new. It cost about $1,500, well worth it. And that's why he put a new saddle in. When he did that, I had him take my dad's pickup and put it in here. So this is actually the pickup that I bought for my dad's guitar, which is sitting right up there. And when I was in there a couple months ago, he did an adjustment on the mic that's underneath, because it's actually a strip. And wherever when he adjusted it, he changed these two strings. You hear them? Hear the difference? Played exact same way. So my bottom four strings are very loud, but my top two are very quiet compared to. So I need him to correct whatever he did. Okay, let's see where we go. Roxanne, my beautiful sister. My God, we haven't spoken in a couple of years. Wow. Oh dear. I hope I find you well, Roxy. I'm still coming to Calgary, just so you know. That has not changed what my intentions are for the very near future. But yeah, I'm going to come to Calgary, do a concert, and we got to meet physically after what, 4.5 years of having a friendship. Yeah. So she lives about, for me to go to Calgary from where I am is about 13-hour drive, 12 to 13, just depends on the traffic and the road conditions and etc. My vehicle prior was not roadworthy for that trip, so I now have a newer vehicle and I feel safe. So to answer the question, I think your first name is Tim or Jim, if I, the guy from Maine Outdoors. I know you told me the last time you were on here, or maybe it might have even been Mike or something. I know it's a very simple, straightforward name. But anyway, to answer your question, I have a Yamaha F-160. A Yamaha F-160. I bought her back home in Prince Edward Island, where I'm originally from. And I bought it from, this is quite funny, because every now and again when I'm playing, you know, like through my hole, like you'll see, all of a sudden you'll see a little glitter of gold. Do you see that thing? Right there, all right? That's a sticker. That's the original sticker of where I bought it from. And I bought it in 1974, 75, something like that. And she never had any work done to her until I went to, until last year, when Jake. So if anybody's local, and even if you're not local, I really highly recommend Jake. He's very passionate. He loves guitars. He loves the sounds, and of course he's got some incredible guitars himself. But he, you know, he's well worth it. He's a true craftsman, and I know there's a word for them. I can't think what it is. I can sort of hear it in my brain, but I'm not even going to try to attempt what they're called. But he's good. And I, you know, because it was hard for me, because anybody who has an instrument or something that's precious to them, like my guitar is precious to me, she means the world to me. And I'm very selective in who I allow to touch her, to do work on her. And I'm so thankful that I found Jake. And so, yeah. So, you guys, every Sunday at 5 p.m., I'm on here. So that you can count on. Thank you. Yes. Luther's. Thank you. I could hear the name, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I don't like massacring names. But thank you, Tristan. Appreciate that. Yeah. So this Sunday, every Sunday, you guys, at 5 p.m., I'm on here. And that's one day and time you guys can come and hang out for sure and know when I'm going to be on. The rest of the times is just in the moment. I decide. I went out and had, I went to, it's called Senior Pride, Langley Senior Pride Society. Well, there's two parts to this. This is the senior side of things, and then there's the Pride Society. This is the senior side. I'm one of those people. And so today we had a gathering this morning, and so I went to, this is my third time, and meeting more people. And then I introduced myself, and this lady that's sitting 2 spaces over, she goes, "You played at Surrey Pride quite a few, you know." She goes, "I follow you." I went, "Okay," which I was very humbled and pleased. And so it's, for me, I'm talking about myself when I say this, because I even withdrew from the gay community completely. I just sort of hone in on me and getting well and healing and all that wonderful stuff. And so it was a year and a half ago was the first time that I went to anything gay related. And that was the first time in about 13 years. And so that was sort of like baby steps, put my foot out there. And then since last fall, I just been going to different things more frequently. So I've been connecting with people, and it's a lot of these people don't know this incredible, amazing part of myself. And I'm so grateful to be sharing it in my community, because there's always a separation, and there doesn't need to be ever a separation. But some of the stories that you hear, like I live near Abbotsford. There was a lady there, beautiful energy, and she was sharing that it was something pride related, or gay related, I'll rephrase that. And people were burning pride flags and everything else, and this is not a very big town, and it's more redneck, I could say, but not only redneck, it's just a mixture of quite a few quite different people. And it brought me back to when I came out back in early 1990s. And like even on here, I don't talk about me being gay very often, because it's irrelevant. Because my music is, for me, my music is the part. This is just my lifestyle. I'm not asking you to agree with me or not. I don't need your judgments. If you want to judge, please just turn your volume off and don't follow me, right? I don't need, and when people make these judgments, it's out of their ignorance of not being aware or asking questions so they become aware and understand. And, I don't know if you guys don't notice this, I notice this. I've been a little bit on the quiet side I've been quiet side for actually 2 years. Part of it, not completely, but I dropped something like, I'm talking about followers, because you guys know, like I got 88,000 people. And I dropped about 160 people. No, more than 160, sorry. More than 160. I dropped 1,000 plus. And that's just recently, because I kept on doing this. But what I feel, because I'm getting out more, I want to share, I don't have to share my life with you guys, but I want to share it. Because it's very important for me, because I know my growth and what I've been through. And that's where, if you follow me, you'll hear some of the stories periodically. Because where my music comes from is these experiences. Because I take that energy and I transform it into what I do. And I'm so grateful for having this gift and ability. And, it's... And for the people that chose to unfollow me, that's okay. Go on your way. And because I want people to feel included here and no judgments. I got 2 beautiful sisters from Australia. And they are finding with MySpace that they were able to share stuff, and they've been dipping their feet in a little bit. Oh, okay. And so they now know it's safer. It's safer because that's what's happening. So they're speaking truth on a level that I'm not able to articulate, but I know it's truth. And I want people to feel that. Like, even when you're listening to my music and it moves, it does something for you or with you, please feel free to share it. I'm just getting better at YouTube. I was on there after Sunday. I know I was on there after that because I need to learn how to find my messages. I need to learn to respond to those. And so, you know, I'm getting better at YouTube, so please don't take, because I don't respond that I'm not there. I am there. It's just, yeah, it's just, me and technology, I struggle. And I've been really struggling, especially the last couple of years. But anyway, on that beautiful note, oh, I know what I was going to share with you about getting out and getting involved with the community. Today at the thing, like I talked about that lady who heard me, like I think it was like 12, 13 years ago is when I played at Surrey Pride. But there was this lady, because I just spoke my truth, like who I am, this is what I do, and this. And when it got to this lady, she's about 4 down from me, 3 or 4 down from me. And she shared, she goes, I play guitar, banjo, and she's, you know, and she goes, I got a didgeridoo, and I said, oh my God, didgeridoo. So, and as she was sharing this, and she looked over at me, because she popped her head around and looked over at me, and she goes, you've inspired me to start playing again. Just because I spoke. But what it was the vibration when I spoke about who I am and how I channel. She felt, she knows that. She knows that. And so she came and got my card, and I can feel it. I can't even remember, what the hell was her name? Lynn? I think her first name is Lynn. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, my apologies, because she may hear this. But I can't wait, because she not only has one guitar, she has 2 guitars, which is fantastic, because I'll even bring mine. I want to go and jam with her and see what happens, because I know she's completely, like, I was able to, because of my own experiences, what people have tried to do to me, I kicked her in the ass, lovingly, of course, but I said to her, stop worrying if you're going to affect somebody else, because that somebody has said something to you that's causing you to put other people before yourself. For you to play guitar, nobody's going to complain about that. For you to play your didgeridoo, be more conscientious, meaning not in the middle of the night. Right? And I said, you need to stop. Those instruments is an extension of you. And so anyway, I have no doubt she's going to dig them out, start playing today, no doubt. And I'm sure her partner appreciates everything I said to her, because she never really heard everything I said. And that's what we do by sharing our stories. It's not the details, you guys, of her stories that matter. It's the journey itself, where we grow and expand within ourselves. And we understand more about who we are. And I know for myself is, you know, we give our power, like, and this is where every person is an individual. And when I sit there and I'm more worried about your feelings and you, of upsetting you, then I'm giving my power, my voice away for the sake of that other person, that I don't want to upset them or offend them. And the one thing that I've been learning for myself is that when we go through these stages, through every experience that we have, and we can fall into the victim role where, well, they said this, so I'm going to live in this little cubby hole, right? I can't wait to get to know this lady, because I know she's very special. She knows that I know her, and we know each other. I'm talking about energy-wise. And when people say, well, because of them, oh, that happened to me, so it's affecting me, so I'm going to let it keep on affecting me. And it's when we start to recognize that if somebody said something to us and we feel we have to alter and shift and change our lives to cater to somebody else, no. Where's the mutual respect back? It's not reciprocated. When you're in any sort of friendship or relationship, etc., it's not one-sided, it's two-sided. I can respect somebody on whatever. And if it's not reciprocated, maybe I need to step back from that person. It's not expecting them to be something that they're not, because that's an expectation. We set ourselves up. If we expect somebody to, this is my terminology, if we expect somebody to act, say, do, and behave a certain way, because that's what I'm talking about, right, in order to be accepted and loved, right? And it's taken me a lot of years and a lot of work to be where I am today. Like even, what I've gone through in the last 2 years, it's been one hell of a journey. And some of you guys know my story a little bit about it. And I haven't spoken publicly where I'm at today because I don't plan on speaking about anything. It just comes out of me. And right, I just know at this time it's not to be spoken about at this time. But I cannot handle, and please don't take me wrong when I say this, because this is not a judgment, because I used to play that role myself. I just didn't understand it the way I now understand it. Because I have this one friend, she's been a long time friend, God, years. And, she used to check in with me from time to time. And I would sit there and goes, because what I was doing, I was going around and around and around and around. And I appreciate the fact is that she gave me the space to do that. She tried to guide me to zero point it, you could call it, because it is called 0 point. I just didn't know back then, but what I did do years afterwards, I got to express to her my gratitude for her to listen to me throughout that thing, that whole time that I was stuck in stuff. But I was doing counseling at the same time. So there's all this stuff that was happening for and with me. And it's, like I mentioned before, that my journey started in 1996, and here we are, 2024. Almost the end of 2024. Because the journey, what I find, the journey continues. Every time you keep on uncovering something, you get to discover something. But what happens when that happens, you get to discard something that, oh, I get it. You get to discard it, get rid of it, let it go, whatever term you want to use. And when we do that, we're making space for more beautiful things to come in to us, through us. I don't share with a lot of people because there's information that I know that's going to happen for me. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And I just know I need to keep on doing what I'm doing, coming on here playing, right? Giving you guys this opportunity to find me, etc. Giving you guys that opportunity to experience me. And it's like, my sound baths, I'm going to be having a sound bath pretty soon. I know I'm going to have a concert hopefully next month. I got a friend of mine that's going to Africa for a month or so, so I'm trying to fit it in where she gets to come because the last time she was again away. So they're going to be doing concert, like my concert, one in the fall, one in the spring. That's me, 100% me. I'm going to be finding venues, have opportunities to go to different spiritual centers to do a concert there, but that's them. And it's like for me to come to Calgary, it's the same stuff. It's just, I got so many things that I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I needed to go through what I've gone through in the last 2 years. It interfered with my progress on expansion. It hasn't, here's the thing is this, it never interfered with my expansion. I wanted to say something, but that's not true, because I was still expanding. I'm still processing all this and looking back. But what I've gone through and to where I am today, and it's just, we come out with more stuff than we ever went in with and come in. within ourselves. I don't know. I know what I'm trying to say. Me speaking about it sometimes is a bit of a struggle. But on that note, I know I'm saying thank you very much. And maybe on here later. It's hard to say. I just had some energy running through me, and I want to come in here and hang out with you guys. And before I head into the other world. Anyway, hugs and loves. I'll see you guys all soon. And don't forget, Sunday at 5 p.m. is